Hello, hello, hello to my Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading, Sagittarius. Let's get right into it. We are coming up on a full moon in Virgo. Those questions on the last Sunday video. So I'm going to give you the questions for the uh, the last quarter moon in your sign, which kicks off on the 15th of this month. So, in case you want to jot down these questions, you can. I will give them to you kind of like midway of this reading. So, full moon energy, full moon. So, besides the rituals that you all do, everybody does some kind of ritual on full moon. So, you can look some of those up, and I will give you some also. We have the Hierophant card. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Seven of Pentacles. We also have the Six of Wands. We have the Lover's card. We also have the Ten of Pentacles, which is really nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so, all right. So, Sagittarius. So somebody is definitely on a spiritual journey. They're learning something, right? That's what this Gemini's card. This is about Gemini. This card is Gemini. Lover's card is Gemini's card. Somebody's learning how to nurture themselves. So remember, we had a first quarter moon in Gemini just a couple of days ago. And so now we're headed towards the full moon in Virgo. Gemini and Virgo actually share the ruling planet Mercury, which is the communication planet, which is also connected to learning and knowledge, right? And so you're learning what nurtures your spirit. And so Source is trying to get somebody to create a healthy work-life balance, something where you feel like, I love my life. I love what I do for my work, and I love my personal relationships. I love my working relationships, and I love and pleased with my working relationships and my working and business relationships, right? So some kind of anxiety about something from your past is coming to an end, which is great. Something about something from the past that cut deep like a sword is coming to an end. And somebody is learning how to rebuild their legacy from scratch. So you're learning how to only plant seeds and only water seeds, like speak life into things that you want to grow, that you want your name associated with. That's what somebody is focusing on. Like, you're not focusing on planting seeds of bitterness and anger and frustration. Somebody is really learning how to plant seeds that they only want to grow. Okay? And I do see you being victorious in doing that, which is great. This is again time for learning, and this full moon will basically have everybody being in receiving mode. Remember, you're senders of energy out into the universe as givers. Sagittarius, divine masculine signs. You all are fire sign, but you're a divine masculine sign. And so somebody is learning that when you get stressed out about things and you don't feel nurtured on both sides of your universe, that fire can be used to hurt people, instead of to motivate people. So somebody's learning lessons about how to use your fire wisely. You don't want to burn your reputation. You don't want to burn your stability. You don't want to burn healthy, peaceful relationships. So let's see. You don't want to burn the opportunity to inspire, so help somebody else become motivated or help them find a flame within themselves. Everybody has something in them that they can help motivate somebody else. Here we have the Eight of Wands, the World card, the Five of Cups, the King of Wands. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So I see somebody closing out, like finally closing out a cycle, like getting real serious about closing out cycles, ending any kind of wars, any kind of beefs, just like closing things out in a very peaceful way, and also putting a manhole over the past instead of going back down to a darker space, darker place. The Five of Cups is will cause a person to look pessimistic if you keep replaying the past emotions over and over and over again. Maybe because somebody cut you out of their lives, or they cut you off from some kind of access, or you feel like, I had to cut somebody out of my life. And so to prevent you from replaying something over and over and over again, Source is saying to you, I see you moving forward, right? On to energies that won't waste your time. And so energies that actually see you as down to earth, very relatable, the king or queen that you are sitting on your throne, inspiring people. So somebody is on their, like I said, spiritual journey. Somebody has a spiritual mentor. However your spiritual mentor is, somebody is helping you on your journey. So be grateful for the people that God sends across your path to help you on your journey to grow spiritually, to become a lot wiser, and then of course help to inspire other people. So here we have the Eight of Wands. Things are going to happen for you quite fast because again, somebody is on their journey. Here we have the Knight of Pentacles, and so somebody is really focusing on investing in themselves. So good kudos to you for focusing on your own healing. Your own healing. Something about your root chakra. When you see all of this money out here, somebody is learning how to rebuild their root chakra so that you feel stable, so that you feel secure, you feel loyal to your purpose here on earth, you feel prosperous, you feel patient, you feel tenacious, you feel like your career is a success. We're not necessarily talking about paper, coins, money. Not everybody's no, it's when you're operating in your gift, that comes to you naturally, right? Because you're happy, you're motivated, you're this. So you're not even comparing yourself to somebody else, what somebody else has in terms of money, in terms of those kind of things. You're focusing on your life, your life and the life that you're building. Here we have the Eight of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Strength card, and also the Knight of Swords. So I do see somebody freeing themselves from any kind of emotional bondage about something. Somebody may have cut you off. You said, you know what, let me get back to focusing on my purpose here on earth. I don't want to be in any kind of beefs or, I'm not interested in cutting anybody like with a sword. I don't want to cut into my own money by getting into all that kind, cutting into my own foundation, building, my own purpose. So I do see somebody sailing away from some deep emotions. Maybe somebody was hoping something would be different, but again, you decided to forgive and move on. So here we have the Knight of Swords and also the Ace of Swords. When you start to think, why am I overthinking something? When you start to think the motive, why am I giving so much access? Why am I giving somebody so much power over my thoughts? That's when you'll start to close out cycles sooner in love, right? Here we have the Knight of Swords. Swords is saying to you, stay as far away from anything where you feel like where you feel powerless. Stay as far away from those things where you feel powerless, or that you don't feel like you made the smartest decisions. Like, stay as far away from that thought process. Like, I can't forgive people, I gave people opportunities, they hurt me. Stay away from all of this, the woe is me and people took advantage of me kind of things, because remember, they don't have access to your universe until you open your doors. So Source is sending new money across your path, and when I say new money, that means new opportunities to build relationships across your path. So stay focused in your light. See this Strength card right here? See this thing that's lying on fire? This is somebody who is operating in their sunlight, somebody who's operating in their purpose, and they're on fire. Like, I feel motivated, I feel charismatic, I feel free, I feel like I can levitate when I'm doing this, whatever this is, whatever your purpose is, Sagittarius. So that, again, like I said, God is giving somebody an opportunity to rebuild their rebuild your stability, rebuild your foundation, that root chakra, something that could have been knocked out of alignment, from ages 0 through 7. Something could have happened in your life, and so really put you in this space of hurting other people without even realizing how bad you were hurting other people, until something came along and says, okay, full stop. I need to go on a spiritual journey. I need to find a spiritual mentor so I can start closing out some cycles and living my absolute best life. So here we have the Three of Cups. We have the Goddess card, the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Tower card, and also the Judgment card. So somebody did break some generational cycles and break some generational chains, and actually close out cycles. And there's going to be some people in your family that's going to be shocked that you've actually cut them off. I mean, absolutely, completely shocked that you have cut them off. And so that's where your Tower moment is. It's like, I'm taking it all the way back to family relationships to see where the root of this instability, this insecurity came from. What happened that knocked my heart chakra out of alignment? I need to go all the way back to that to see how, and connect it to heart chakra being further out of alignment in romantic relationships, friendships, um, personal and professional relationships, so that somebody is not constantly in fight mode, because it makes you come across as hostile. It makes you come across as like being fired up and looking for some kind of fight, looking for some kind of argument, and again it makes you look bad, not the other person, whoever the other person is. Here we have the Three of Cups. So I see somebody in gratitude mode, just moving forward, just like moving forward in a very high vibrational way, not being sarcastic and messy. Here we have the Goddess card. So that's how, like I said, somebody's on their spiritual journey. We also have the Queen of Swords, and so Queen of Swords energy is, again, somebody is vetting all the thoughts that's coming across. Because right now somebody could be overthinking something, and Source doesn't want you to overthink. Source wants you really to forgive whomever, for whatever, so that you can move on. So let's keep it moving forward. Here are the questions for the last quarter moon in Sagittarius. And as you all know, your symbol is the archer, half man, half horse, shooting an arrow towards the skies. Right, and so a moon in Sagittarius brings hope. It brings new ideas, big dreams. It's an energy of fun, a mix of fun and determination. And so you're determined. Somebody is determined on their spiritual journey to move forward, in the right direction. So somebody's aiming for, learning how to forgive, learning how to move on, learning how to drop the heaviness of, you feel cutting into your own wealth, cutting into your own reputation, your own credibility. So somebody's really working, somebody's aiming for that, right? So here are your questions as I lay the cards out. We got the King of Swords, the Three of Swords, the Six of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Emperor card, and also the Nine of Wands. We'll get to this in a second. Here are your questions. First question, Sagittarius, is what is your heart yearning to do? Yearning to learn and to do. Remember, we talked about the first quarter moon in Gemini, and also this upcoming full moon in Virgo, the communication planet. They're ruled by Mercury, right? What messages? What did you learn? Second question is, where do you want to be in 5 to 10 years? Third question is, what are the main challenges on your path to your envisioned future? Fourth question is, are there ways to solidify your foundation for taking off, perhaps saving money, so that you can leave your job, or learning a new skill? And then last but not least, are you on your path? Are you on your path, right? So those are the questions for you for this last quarter moon and last quarter moon. So here we have the Emperor card. There could be an Aries in your life that's going through a tower moment, or there could be a Scorpio in your life that's going through a tower moment. And a tower moment could be not only an awakening for you, but it could also be, okay, so there could be a Leo, Gemini, there could be a Taurus, there could be a Aries, or Scorpio somewhere in your life, or people who have those energies in their chart that's going through a tower moment right now. And so that could be things not necessarily, like they can have an awakening that they no longer have access to you. And so again, for you, you're deciding to sail on, move on. You're not talking about it. You're just moving on, right? So again, unless you know a person's full birth chart, you don't really know. Some of those signs that I tossed out, you may be like, don't sound like anybody that I know, until you pull their birth chart and find out their moon, rising Venus, or somewhere in their placement in their chart, those signs come up, right? So again, as deeply disappointing as something has been for you, you're very wise, and your throat chakra is in alignment. You can now speak forgiveness into existence. If you're going to be aiming and shooting towards something, you're shooting towards forgiveness. Forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of other people, so it does not ruin your reputation. There's a lot of air cards out here. This is a lot of thinking. There's a lot of talking about something, and Source wants you to move on from it. So you're on the other side of a long and arduous journey. Again, forgiveness, 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 forgiveness. of whomever, and I do see you, being able to defend your decision to move on from something without coming across as defensive by sitting down and meditating, getting your your solar plexus chakra in alignment. That solar plexus chakra right up under the breastplate, right there. That's where your motivation is. So you can do core strengthening exercise. You can take some kind of courageous act like forgiveness. Like take some kind of courageous act where you don't have to explain to anybody why you're forgiving something or someone. All you know is that I'm doing it. I'm focusing my fire and my thinking towards what motivates me, my reason why I'm here on earth. I'm tapping into my strength. I had an epiphany that whenever I overthink something, I'm emotionally drained, right? And as a fire sign, you giving that much air to it, the more you think about it, the angrier you get, the hotter that fire gets. And you become emotionally just drained. So Source is saying sit down somewhere, contain your fire, remember how powerful you really, really are, and focus there so that you don't have to go back through a long and arduous journey of being burned. The Six of Cups. Six of Cups. Source really wants you to operate in childlike faith moving forward. So you have all the questions. Let's see what else we have going on here. Sagittarius, let's see what we have going on here. So close out this cycle on a high note. Try to close out the cycle on a high note by using your fire to toss things into a burning bowl and releasing them in love. That is how you a fresh start anew. So if somebody were to ask you about somebody that you felt cut you off or hurt you in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you can say with a clear conscience, I have no ill will towards them whatsoever. I really, really wish them the best. We're just on two different frequencies and you can just move on. We're on two different frequencies and you can move on. Yeah, gossips can be salacious. It can be like, oh, really, these people got problems with each other and that kind of thing. You're like, it's one-sided. I'm not even participating in that. I'm moving on. Here we have the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands. We also have the Judgment card again. We have the Three of Coins. We also have the Five of Swords. And we also have the Nine of Coins. A Judgment card lets me know serious cycles have been broken. Serious generational cycles and generational chains have been broken. And so again, when you take it all the way back to the root, because this is attached to Pluto, Pluto is the planet of power and transformation. Somebody is truly transformed and somebody is truly on their spiritual journey. And so that awakening that you're having is very, very powerful. And so we have the Five of Swords twice. Every time you give fire to this air right here. And so air is the thinking, thinking that somebody, ghosted you or cut you off or, insulted your intelligence in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It makes you angrier and angrier and angrier. When you cut off the air supply, meaning that I'm sailing away from something like this right here, I'm sailing away from something. First, I'm asking myself, why am I giving so much power to this? Do you feel like I just need one last thing I need to say and I need to clear up some things, or you're in fight mode? I'm telling you that fire is going to backfire. The fire is going to backfire. And so why not put fire up under this right here? Financial independence, healthy relationships, peaceful relationships, right? So here we have the Three of Coins, the Eight of Wands, and also the Queen of Wands. So the Eight of Wands came out twice. Source is trying to double, like speed up things for you double. But again, all somebody has to do is stop giving air to something that drained you emotionally, right? Stop giving conversation about it. Somebody brings it up, I don't want to talk about it. That's counterproductive. How does that have to do with my purpose? So kick it right back to anybody who's trying to instigate conversations. What does that have to do with my purpose? I don't have an issue with that person or person, place, or thing. I really don't. I'm healing from some things. I have nothing to talk about, no comment, that kind of thing. Here we have Queen of Wands. Somebody feels happy, charismatic, and free. And then we also have the Three of Coins, and I'm seeing perfect alignment when it comes to your money. So again, don't let people keep poking, kind of poking the bear. You move on from it. Keep your vibrations high. Don't feed into negativity. So again, this full moon in Virgo in particular, Virgo is a very meticulous zodiac sign, and it's the I analyze sign. So This full moon is sharply analyzing your feelings, your emotions, your subconscious habits, your moods, also your need for self care. And so you want to make sure it's healthy. Like yeah, you want to make sure it's healthy so you and your loved ones are safe. If you were somehow feeling like, someone is sending bad energy your way or that kind of thing, you don't even have to worry about it. You and your loved ones are safe. It's just that again, somebody could be, feelings could be intensified by some things. And again, on your spiritual journey, you'll understand that it's wisdom. I know a lot of people practice a lot of bad energies, sending out bad energies to people, but that's not what I see here in your card. So you and your loved ones are safe. You have nothing to worry about. Let's see what else we got going on here, Sagittarius. Let's see what else we have going on here. Let's see what else we have going on here. And you could also have Cancer in your birth chart too. So if you have Cancer in your birth chart, the way you're getting to your wealth is not in a straight and narrow line. It's like a crab moves. A crab, if you ever watch a crab crawl across the floor or table or whatever, it's just kind of going zigzag. So every time you could have had zigzag life. Every time you go to this station, this right here, source is saying pick up some information and move on. Drop off any toxicity. Move on to the next thing. Drop off any toxicity. Take what works for you. Drop off toxicity, right? So this is like you getting rid of waste. You're just getting rid of waste, and you're again dropping off the unforgiveness. Make sure, since I see so much thinking out here, make sure if you have rose quartz or if you have anything connected to your heart chakra like emeralds, rose quartz, jade, pink tourmaline, which is what this looks like right here, malachite, moldavite, you want to make sure they are supercharged during this full moon. And you can start charging it up now. The moon is illuminated enough. You can start charging your gemstones and crystals now because you really want to work on forgiveness. There's too many water. I mean, not this sword energy out here. It's too much sword energy. So somebody is like too in there just overthinking something. And every time, again, as a fire sign, you putting this much air to it, it's causing somebody to be very angry in their spirit, and it's going to cause you to burn down your own foundation, right? So, if anything, so like I said, let's go ahead and close this out. We got this card, this card. Let's go ahead and close this out. So like I said, focus on closing out cycles. Remember, this judgment card is, again, you breaking generational chains, breaking generational cycles and curses, right? So remember, you're not leaving that chain open. Like when you see first see a broken chain, you don't want to leave that open. That would be your emotions. You want to close it out, close it out, meaning that if I'm hurt from things that happened in my childhood, by, the death of loved ones or some unresolved family issues or whatever the case may be, not only am I physically taking myself away from things, taking me and my inner child away from those things, I'm also closing it out emotionally so it doesn't affect my relationships moving forward. So it doesn't make you look like you're the person who's a bully towards somebody else who may be going through their own pain, trying to heal from their own pain, right? That's the last thing you want to look like, Sagittarius, is a person who is insensitive to people who are going through their own pain. So watch a movie. Watch a movie. There's no particular movie, no movie in particular that you can watch. It's just source is just some kind of message that's going to come through somebody's movie, through a movie. So whatever you find on any streaming services, just sit down and relax your mind. Source will get the message through to you however it needs to get through to you. But 54, this card is 54. Which reduces to 9, which is the death rebirth number. Life is too short to keep holding something in, like all of this thinking about something where Source wants you to release it. Let's see what else we have here. 99. Further reiterating, 999. Here we go, 99. I am courageous. So it is time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose, Sagittarius, in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. So unleash your true power. So this means put to bed any grudges, anything that's going to cause you to burn innocent people And even people from the past, you don't want to burn down your legacy, your reputation, your stability, your security, your career success. So I can't reiterate it. It's so many air cards out here, sword cards out here. Again, Source wants you to operate in childlike faith. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. I will see you all on Motivational Monday. Bye.